Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the Brown Connection. Yes, this is a new podcast dedicated to my brothers, dedicated to the men that have um, food trucks, catering businesses, and brick and mortars. We wanted to showcase you guys because a lot of times you don't get the opportunity to be showcased, and this is where you can come and share your story of why you created the business that you created. So excited to have the guest that I have on here tonight. But before we go into uh, introducing who he is, just want to just make sure I pay these bills. If you are in the Atlanta, Georgia area, make sure that if you need your documents signed, sealed, and delivered, make sure you get in touch with MJM1 Enterprise, One Family, One Unit, where we provide a personalized service for getting your documents completed. A net number to reach us is 404-618-9473. And I'm your owner. So, what better way to start a show without promoting your own? So, let's just jump right on in. Tonight, I have the amazing pleasure of having Mr. Orlando Rawls, the owner of Rawls Family Chili. I actually got an opportunity to go to one of his events that he was part of earlier this, I think it was fall, had an amazing time. So I knew that I had to get him on this show so he could share his story with y'all. So, Orlando, how are you doing tonight? How are you doing? Can you hear us, Orlando? Can you hear us? We can't hear you. Can you hear us? Orlando, can you hear us? Hello, hello. Hey, did you? Okay, all right. I can hear you now. Did you hear
I can,
anything that we said? You can
yeah,
hear
I
us
can hear
now.
you. Yeah, I can hear you
Okay,
now.
okay. Yes, I gave you a great introduction. Did you get to hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that, but I
Okay.
appreciate that. I appreciate it.
So, Orlando. So let's talk about Ross Family Chili. What made you decide to create this type of business? What was the drive and the passion behind this?
The driving the passion comes from my family. Basically, I want to know that my kids will have something if I was, whenever my time, is to go. You know, I
Right.
wanted to be able to, start to generate, some wealth for my kids, something that they can have hold to, have a legacy for them, take control of. Cause
Awesome,
I,
awesome. Yes. And you know what's so unique about Orlando's business is that as he was on the front lines at the event, he actually had the whole family out there, the wife, the baby, and the two boys, all part of learning how the business works. A lot of times, as entrepreneurs, when we're trying to create these things, we don't always um, have our family out there where they see each piece of it, and your boys were able to see each piece of it. So how did that make you feel just watching them, at the event and the events you've done? How does that, make you feel as, about what you've created just, for the family? How does that make you feel?
uh, I mean, I was overwhelmed with pride for the simple fact that being a parent, you see your children in a certain light at home, but they, they may not do everything you want them to do when you want them to do it, or they can just be lazy or just be knucklehead. But to see how they were out there pushing the name, the family name of the business, whatnot, and bringing people over, like wow, you know what? They have it, So it's like it finally clicked in them to see like, okay, dad has something going on, and that even though it, I'm doing it, they are a part of it.
Right,
So I
right.
mean, it was an awesome thing to be able to have them be a part of it.
Awesome. Good, 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 good. So, okay, so let me ask you this. When you as you grew up and became a teenager, at any point did you ever think that you would be an entrepreneur, or was that or was that passion your dream or something? Was that something that you thought about, or it just came to pass?
Man, to be honest with you, I didn't think I was gonna make it out my teenage years.
Wow.
So this right here, anything after 19 is a blessing to me because growing up in Baltimore, it's like, you don't know when your time's gonna come. You can walk down out the house and like bam, you know what, you're gone. But being able to survive so long, and I don't even say survive. Being able to live so long and be able to to, to wake up to a lot of things that's been going on within the world. It's like, you know what, I need to leave stuff for my kids. If something was to happen to me, I need to make sure that they're taken care of for my children and my wife.
Right,
You know,
right. That's good. That's
so
good.
just
That's
uh,
good.
I think I mean, I always like cooking and whatnot, but I always like to do stuff that's different. And just doing this right here, I was kind of, really wasn't trying to do it. I just wanted to see how people would respond to it, and people responded to it, which was a great thing.
Awesome. Yes. So let me ask you a question. So what makes you what separates the Rawls family chili from other chilies? Like what's your signature, you know, dish? What's the thing that makes it like and not giving away
You
your
know what?
family secret?
I would never give away the family secret. The thing that makes us different, I believe, a lot of people say this, and a lot of people believe the things that come out their mouth. You know what I mean? Because they're saying it. But I can honestly sit down and tell you that my stuff comes from a genuine place. It comes from a happy place, a peaceful place. It comes from me. It comes from my heart. Because I believe if you don't put your heart into something, it's not going to be worth anything. I know people have been to places and they taste some food and be like, man, this food is okay, but you can tell when someone cooks with love. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And
Yes.
you can feel that energy that's in that food when you taste it. I know there's times that you done went someplace and you ate something and like, you know what, you're like, oh man, what did I just eat? You know, I got, it's like I have food that's good for your soul.
Right.
It's stuff that you're gonna want to come back for, and you're gonna tell your people about it.
Right.
It's like it's
Right.
it's, it's happy food, it's soothing food, and it's not something that you can be able to get every day of the year because it's not meant for that. It's meant for the days when you get when the fall hits and it start getting cold and you need that warmth in you. It's that warmth that your mama used to give you that you feel when she hugs you and whatnot, the warmth
Yes.
that your granny used to hug on you, and you feel that warm and tender love inside you. But yeah, think about having that on a spoon, having that on some crackers, or having that on one of the jalapeno papa cheese muffins that I be having. So it's like, yo, it's something that it's gonna be soothing to your soul.
I know, I know. Um, I remember when we were at the event that day, and I just watched how people continued to come to where you were. Like you said, your children, they were out bringing people to y'all spot, making sure that they came and checked you out, and people were really buying it by the droves, and I think they really loved the way you had your family there, they wait, and then you had, you represented your city, even though, you said about making it anything after 19 was great, you still was representing your city. You were suited and booted. Sometimes when people buy food, people look all kind of ways. Like y'all were on a mission, and I think that's really cool as well.
hmm And I think it says a lot about the character of a person and their family and whatnot. Because I think I'm always going to represent Be More, no matter where I go.
Right.
You're gonna know where I'm from. I put my tent up. It's always gonna be something with BMO because I mean that's why I put that into my food as well because I mean you can if you have struggle food. You have times when growing up that you can only eat like maybe chili or beans or something like that because beans and rice because that's all you had in your pantry
Right.
in the kitchen. So this is food that to be like what I made it, but I don't forget where I came from.
Right, right. So, okay, so going forward with the business, are you trying to get your stuff in the stores, or where are you going forward? Because I'm sure that people want to check it out. When I tell you, like, it's amazing. It is amazing. That food is really, really good. So, the people want to check you out. So, if you can give them a time span, is it sometime later this year, the summer, like, or you got any events that you got coming up so that we can go out and support?
Well, I know it's going to be. I'm not. I thought about trying to get it into the stores.
Yes.
However, I believe that right now I'm going to keep it in as
More close
a
to your heart.
small.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep it small and just let it develop after that because
Yes.
I'm definitely looking forward to the fall because that's
Yes.
when the weather start getting a little cooler. People gonna
Yes.
want more things like that, so they don't have to worry about going to Chili's or to Wendy's and whatnot trying to get that little that old burnt meat that they put in the bucket and then throw it in and make chili meat. You know what I'm saying? I can say that because yeah, I worked at Wendy's at one time, so that's what we did. So you want fresh stuff, fresh meats, fresh seafoods, and this and that. That's what's going to be in there. So it's like everything's gonna be made with love. Everything is going to be genuine, and it's like what you see is what you get. And it's one thing I can tell you: you're gonna be I definitely guarantee you that after one bite of the spicy or the mild, you're gonna want to come back for more.
Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
right now I'm looking at to get my own little. In the process of getting the food truck portion of it, where I can go to different locations because you can put it in the store, and the way that things are going, you try to get things out there and how the economy is and
Yep.
whatnot. They may not be able to make it to the stores because you know people can't get around, can't get out.
Absolutely.
So me having a little truck, whatnot, be able to pull to come to your neighborhood and like, hey, you see the Rawls family chili, hey, come get me.
Yeah.
And I'll make it go like this. I will always give out samples because that
Oh yeah.
sample is gonna always bring it back. You know, so one thing I want to tell you, I mean, I'm not, I'm not pushing drugs or anything like that, but it's like, yeah, you'll get hooked on it. Indeed.
But see, I don't think the people think you just got a regular chili, y'all. He don't have no regular chili. He got something I've never heard of before,
Yeah, and
and it'd be
it's
surprising if you guess what it is based on from where he's from.
mhm. So you definitely love it
Oh
because
yeah.
it's something that no one has already, and then the places that have something similar to it, those people that was inside that particular business during that time, they came out to get mine and said that my stuff was better than what they had in the restaurant.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
if you're in the Georgia area and you've been to some of the chili cook-offs and you see some chili that you'd never tasted before and it didn't come from Rawls family chili, they biting. Could have came from me because I was the first one to have it.
Better do it. You better do it.
Mhm.
Well, we
Indeed.
just, we just definitely want to support you. As soon as you get your website and everything up and have availability, in case somebody want to just order something to get it catered to their home or something like that.
Hmm.
I'll make sure the information is in the bio once you give it to me because we want to make sure that we support everybody owned, but definitely black owned, and a male that's out here making it happen for himself and his family. And we definitely appreciate you for taking time out of your busy day to do this show. We're going to make sure that the Brown Connection is to feed the soul during lunchtime. So while somebody is sitting at their desk at work or they're riding in their car, they're able to listen to this broadcast and be able to share it and like it from the YouTube Faceless channel. But before we go for today, we just want you to give them 3 sips of motivation if you're out there trying to figure out as a Black man, how can I be an entrepreneur? What 3 sips of motivation would you give them?
The first one would be what I do with myself every day. When I get up, I look at myself in the mirror and say, "Hey, you know what? You are an important part of this universe. Anything that you create, that anything that you put in your mind, you speak out loud, you create it because we are the masters of this universe. I am a master of the universe. So that's
Yes.
the first thing I do.
Yes.
Second thing, I look at what I have, what I have on my shoulders, my family, and I never want to let them down because if I let them down, I let myself down. I let my ancestors before me that came out and did their own businesses or just strive to do better things for themselves and their family. If I can't do the same thing that they did, I'm not worthy to call myself a Rawls or a
Right.
man itself. So I need to make sure that I do what I have to do to propel my sons and my daughter into the future. The
Yes.
third thing is just be happy, have peace within yourself. You know, that's all you need because you have that inner peace within yourself. You'll be able to do anything that you want to do. And I
Yes.
finally was able to find that peace because I had it's been a struggle for a long time, and I finally found that peace. And with that peace came clarity. Clarity came fruition of the things that I've been wanting to do, and it's happening right now.
Yes. 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 Well, Orlando, we wish you the best with your business, the food truck, and all that is in store for you, and continuing to build this legacy for your family, your 2 sons, your daughter, and your wife. And we will definitely be looking out for when you have something available, and we're going to come and do a live set as always, because that's how we do on the Brown Connection. And we're going to make sure that we share and like this video because we want people to check you out and support you. And if you ever want to advertise on here, let us know so that we can advertise and push your business as well. We thank you for being a Brown brother and bringing our first episode, our premiere episode of the Brown Connection. And everyone, like in life, there are things that we want, but we can't control. But we got to go out here and just make it happen, and that's what we do on this channel. So, you all, we're gonna end this now, and y'all stay blessed. And thank you, Orlando.
Mhm.
And we're gonna tell everybody good night. Good night, everyone.
Good night, and thank you for everything. Remember, be
Absolutely,
one, be one.
absolutely, absolutely. All right, y'all have a good night.